this energy from this crowd. Thank you for being here. So much fun. Who was in the session just before this? Anybody? Oh man. I love being with you guys. This is so much fun. And if you thought LumaSpa was fun, this is going to be even more fun. So, let's talk for a few minutes about brands. Brand is sort of an important word in our world today. And think about your favorite brands in the world. The best brands in the world really connect with people on a very deeply emotional level. And they're part of our lives. If you think about someone that owns a Harley Davidson actually tattooing the brand on their body permanently, those are the types of powerful connections that brands can make with people. And we believe that Nu Skin is more worthy of powerful connections with people in the world than any brand that exists. We love Nu Skin. The people in this room understand that. The products, the opportunity, the people that you meet, the culture that we're all about, all of these things, they do resonate with us deeply. And in fact, as we talk about brands, there are things, as consumers interact with brands, we call them touch points. They're the most important ways that people touch the brand or interact with the brand. And from our perspective, the most important touch point for the Nu Skin brand is all of you. So you have the greatest responsibility to bear in sharing the Nu Skin values with the world and what Nu Skin has to offer. But just behind you, there are a team of very passionate and dedicated people that are thinking about the Nu Skin brand in different ways. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What do our packages look like? What are the ways that people interact with the Nu Skin brand that reaffirm their decision to be involved with us, either as a consumer of our products alone, or more deeply to become a distributor and to share the Nu Skin opportunity with the world? So as you think about these things, just know that we're always imagining ways to move the Nu Skin brand to the next level. And it's possible Nu Skin may have been somewhat conservative as a brand in the past. You think that's possible? We believe it's possible. So if you've seen some of the imagery, some of the presentations and other things around your experience with Live in the past few days, I think you've seen some changes. I hope you've seen some changes. More color, more life, more vibrancy. All of these things are part of an overall brand experience refresh that we're engaged in right now. So just to set up this session for you, we're going to be talking about some very exciting things that I'm excited about, we've been working hard on for years. So first of all is the brand identity, the Nu Skin brand identity. As you introduce Nu Skin to people, they need to see themselves in the Nu Skin brand. They need to feel comfortable. It needs to resonate with them. They need to say, yeah, I can see myself hanging out with these guys, and doing this with those girls, and all. They look like they're having fun. And that looks kind of like me, kind of like the life that I want to have. So the brand identity has to, in a very subtle, almost subconscious way, communicate to the people that you share the Nu Skin opportunity with. They need to feel really comfortable with us. They need to feel relevant to them. So that's brand identity. In addition to that, one of the most important touch points we have is our products, of course. We're all familiar with those. And we have some new packaging designs to show you. We're going to be rolling out over the world in the next year and a half. And I hope you'll like them. We're really excited about them. And then finally, LumaSpa is not the only product we've launched here at Nu Skin Live, right? We have several other, in fact, many other products. We are going to be increasing the pace of innovation at Nu Skin, and not just at the high end of the portfolio, age like me, age like you, those sorts of things that have a higher price point. But we want to bring innovation throughout the portfolio at all price points, in all types of products. And we're going to be sharing several of those with you today. We're so excited about Rich's vision and Ryan's vision to move Nu Skin forward and to create more opportunity than ever before for our Nu Skin family. So excited to be able to share with you a few of the people that you don't get to meet very often on my team. They're fantastic. They're very talented marketers. They also happen to be beautiful. So I'll get off the stage so that you can be with them. I'd like to introduce my VP of Global Brand Strategy. She's very talented, and she's responsible for many of her team, many of the things that you've been seeing over the past couple of days, some of the changes to the Nu Skin brand. Okay, so please welcome to the stage, Leah. Where are you, Leah? Over my head. Leah, got it on, everybody.
Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing? Happy to be here. And I am very, very excited to
talk to you about our brand. Kevin did a phenomenal setup. And what I'd like to share today is relevance in today's marketplace. Behind me are a ton of images that show different brands and how they operate and how they live and breathe in today's modern marketplace. We look at automotive brands, technology brands. And what's really, really important is that Nu Skin. We're over 30 years old, but we are highly relevant. And we need to remain highly relevant and remain modern, remain fresh, all the time, 24/7. We know that customers are connected 24/7. You and me and everyone connected. And so, why do we need to remain relevant? Our future is about speaking to the spectrum of people, especially the younger generation. Ryan and Rich, today we're talking about the rise of a new generation. That is who we need to speak to all the time. We talked about millennials and the younger generation earlier today in the general session. And by 2020, Fast Company reports that $24 trillion of wealth will be controlled by the younger generation, by millennials. That's an important fact, and it's something that we need to operate in. Because there's always new players entering the beauty and wellness space, and we need to get into those people's minds and stay there. And we want the Nu Skin brand to always stay in our hearts. So how do we do this? Well, the way to do it is simple, but also complex, and we look at it as evolution, always evolving our brand. You know, one of my toughest marketing professors when I was in business school said that companies need to innovate or they will die. I will say when it comes to brand and marketing, and particularly brand, because that's my passion, it's really about evolving the brand in order to survive and to be successful. So we know what this looks like. If you look at global iconic brands, we know that they've changed over time. And so have we. This is what we've looked like over time as well. So we're about discovering the best you. And we need to stay true to what we preach to the rest of the world. We are about discovering the best version of ourselves, and that also has to be for the brand. We always have to be discovering the best version of our brand. Even if we may not know exactly what that looks and feels like, but we know what we are about, we know our values, we know what we stand for, we know what our mission is. So, what are we doing? I talked about evolution. With our brand, we need to reimagine it. We are reimagining it, refreshing it, and doing this on a regular basis. You know, the philosophy of doing a re-look and a retooling over many years, those days are over. We see brands, and we play in this space as well, to be able to always reimagine over time, regularly, so we always are modern and we're always relevant. So the philosophy, like I said, is to evolve our brand always. So Kevin earlier asked the question, you know, has our brand been conservative? Well, we all recognize this image. So what I'm going to share with you today is part of our evolution. You've seen it here, Nu Skin Live. We are infusing color into our brand. So we have our core, our blue, which is always going to be true to Nu Skin, but these are colors that we're introducing. So we show up something like this. Wow. These are just samples, because again, in the spirit of reimagination and refresh, this is what our team needs to be constantly doing as we move through today's modern marketplace, right? Are you guys with me? Yes. So let's see how these are applied if we put them with our logo and some imagery. Something like this, color, imagery. Another version. We've got this, Definitely fresh and modern, using elements that are core to us. We're Nu Skin, we have our fountain logo. Maybe even something a bit unexpected, with color, with imagery, and like I said, something unexpected. Because again, we're about what? Discovering the best you. We just put this photograph, if all of you were in the Provo experience, we have this now in the Innovation Center with our mantra, discovering the best you, discover the best you. So we say that a picture's worth 1,000 words. So with these pictures, what are we saying? We're saying several things. We're saying diversity, accessibility. Rich and Ryan spoke about our brand and our innovation being accessible. Part of that needs to come to life with our imagery. People that are approachable, aspirational, yet real, and maybe imperfect, like all of us are. And then also in the moment. So here we're looking at photographs. Some are in the studio, some are on location, just in a situation, just to represent everyday life. And just like these people that we know and that we love, right? They're showing up, accessible, real, and in the moment. And this is one side, right? I talked about something being unexpected. So we also manifest our brand with vibrancy and personality, like I said, in unexpected ways. So brand is beyond a logo, beyond a logo, beyond an image. A brand lives and breathes like a person, like it needs to, because it evolves. We talked about that earlier, evolves. And it comes to life in everyday touch points. Kevin mentioned this earlier. So people experience the brand, not just through colors and imagery, that's part of it, but it also lives with you and with me and the other people that become part of the Nu Skin family. We are all representatives of the brand, and the different touch points are just displayed here just as examples. You'll see different types of imagery in the future, a different use of different fonts and letter types, if you will, typeface we call it in the marketing world, and then different renditions on physical banners and also in Nu Skin Live space. So when we come back together in 2019, we will have evolved, building off a core and a foundation that we have for over 30 years. So, our brand will continue to show up with a myriad of content in different communication channels. So in product, for example, we'll also look at messages that may be inspirational, for your team, for people that are trying and wanting to get to know the Nu Skin brand and what we're about. Messages about working when, where, how you want. Very much related to your life, your business, your way, right? And looking at technology, how many of you guys were able to go on the augmented reality tour in the Innovation Center? Awesome. So, technology such as this, is this the only technology that's going to exist? No. Do we know all the technologies that will exist? We do not. But as stewards of the brand, we need to stay close to this so we can take advantage and also be part of emerging technologies and represent our brand in that space, in those channels. That is the recipe for relevance. That is part of evolution. And so, more content about products, other inspirational messages, and we just looked at LumiSpa, so things that are helping you to support your business and to share what we've got as the latest and greatest. And then stickers and emojis again. Is this the only thing that's going to exist? No. And will there be future renditions? Absolutely. Will we play in that space? Absolutely, you can count on that. So, I just want to leave you with this. Kevin mentioned packaging, huge touch point for us. This is coming very, 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 very soon. And I'm very, very excited to share this with you. So, this is our new skin portfolio, the packaging that we've done that's fresh and new. And on that note, what I would love to do is give you guys an opportunity to learn more about products. So I'd like to bring to the stage a colleague. After you guys go on wowing and having a lot of fun with this. Guys, I'd like to bring Melody Samadni, our Director of Product Marketing for the Nu Skin portfolio, onto the stage. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi everybody. Man, is it a great time to be a part of the Nu Skin family. What great energy and what exciting times. I am so excited to talk to you today about products. I feel so lucky to talk about and think about products all day long. You remember Rich and Ryan earlier on talking about what? Going fast speed. So guess what? Fasten your seatbelts because we are going to increase the speed of innovation and the magnitude all across our product portfolio. So, guess what? Here at the convention, we are going to give you a sneak peek of 18 new products. 18 new products. How exciting is that? So, however, we're calling it a sneak peek because some of the products are more finalized than others. We want you to help us be co-creators. We want your feedback. So after the show, look for an email and a survey, and you can tell us what you like about the products, what you don't like about the products. We want your feedback. Not all of the products will be launched immediately, so watch for communication in your local markets on when things will be launching in your regions. Okay, is that a deal? All right, so here's a sneak peek of some of our products. Pretty fancy, huh? Here, today, the time that we have to spend together, I'm going to focus on 3 brands, and you can see them right now. But before I do that, let's talk about something that we've been calling our social selling strategy. Earlier on, you heard us talk about why social selling is so important. The way things are being communicated and being sold is changing dramatically. How we talk about our products, we know that traditional retail outlets are fading. So how we talk with each other, how we engage, and how we sell products is what? It's going through social media and our social connections. So, who's heard about a fantastic brand called AP24? Raise your hand. Well, it may surprise some of you, and it may not, that that brand was launched 20 years ago. Now, some of you might have just heard about that fantastic toothpaste that you've been seeing everywhere. The single reason that it's been so successful lately is because of the power of social media. Guess what? In August alone, we sold over 1 million units of that toothpaste. Pretty exciting. And that's because of social media. So if you have not yet put an emphasis on social media in your business, give it a try. So, I have the privilege of introducing a brand new brand, one that we're so excited about. But very quickly, let me tell you about what we see happening in the market that tells us we're pretty excited that there's a fantastic interest and demand for this type of a product. We know that millennials will have this massive amount of buying power. They already do, but it will even get greater over time. Here's what they want. They want natural products. They want products that work. And they're not as interested in the classic definition of beauty, meaning anti-aging that we've always been talking about. They want natural beauty. They're drawn to simplicity, authenticity, and their favorite brands are real, fresh, and raw. Let's watch this video. Amazing, isn't it? Did you feel how special that was? Yeah, so great. I hope you can feel that our vision for this brand is one of simplicity. It's one of natural beauty, being your best self. Raw, the name of this new brand, is like clean eating, except for your skin. Raw ingredients, but ones that are proven by the latest science, and a keen awareness of how to help others become their best selves. This is not a brand about products only. This is an ideology, and this is a lifestyle. It's raw. So be asking yourselves, how do you raw? Our initial products will feature raw marula oil. The brand will not always be about marula oil, it's bigger than that. But initially, our first 3 products will center around marula oil. Future products will also feature other great ingredients. What is marula oil? Well, it's taken from a tree that is indigenous to Madagascar and Southeast Africa. How is our oil different? You might have seen competitors out there. What makes our oil different is that it's unrefined, it's raw. How do you know? It will have a darker color than maybe another marula oil out there, and it'll have a sweet, nutty scent. And that tells you that it's not as processed as other competitors. It's raw. So our first product is raw marula, just the straight good stuff. It's raw beauty oil, simple, unrefined, so luxurious. I have been a loyal argan oil user for many years. When I tried this, I was hooked. My skin simply feels better. There's a reason for that. Marula oil has a higher oleic acid content, so it gives your skin a lot of moisture, that cushiony, that dewy feel. Don't take my word for it, just try it. I'm sure you will love it. The next product is In the Raw. It's a dry body oil. So ask many people, okay, Melanie, what's the deal with a dry oil? Well, here's my response. Have you ever put on a body oil and had to, kind of wait for it to dry before you can get dressed so your clothes don't get all greasy? Well, this answers that problem. You put it on, it absorbs quickly, but you still get that luxurious body oil feeling. do anything. So, I might not have to say anything more. What do you think do anything does?
Do anything.
Everything. So, it's a very heavy, creamy oil. Feels great. And we might end up having a conversation or a contest on the different uses that people can come up for it. But it's a very lovely emollient oil. But I want to tell you something about it. Remember, this line is all about raw. So, this is about oils and butters. How do oils and butters act when they're cold? They're solid. How do they act when they're hot? They're runny. We chose not to add emulsifiers in there to keep it consistent. So just know that when you leave it in the car, it'll be oilier. When it's cold, it'll be more solid. It was more important for us to stick to our principles of the line being raw. So try it, you'll love it. Throw it in your purse and just go. All right, another magnificent aspect of this product line is our crowdfunding beauty aspect. Those of you who were at the Force for Good Gala heard the winner of this project, but the premise here is it's the very first crowdfunding beauty line, period. What this means is that you have the sense of control to allocate how a portion of your purchase is allocated toward a project. You can vote. And at the end of that period, that amount of money goes to the project that was chosen. So, it's pretty exciting times. Now, let's talk about our next brand. And this one is phenomenal. You will not be disappointed. But before I do, you can probably guess what the category's about. It's about nails. Well, at Nu Skin, we have always been so keen at making you look and feel your best. Hair, face, body. We've always wanted to get into nails, but we've never been able to find a way to make something for your nails truly revolutionary, truly innovative, truly different. So we just stayed out. Until now, we've got something that is fantastic and will make you think about your nails in a different way. So, the market demand. People are busier than ever, don't have time, or they're spending some time with nail processes more than ever in the salon, and your nails are getting rather beat up. We're interested in social selling products, something that's got a great before and after picture. So I want to introduce you to the Dr. Dana Nail Renewal System. But before I bring up our special guest, Dr. Dana herself, let's learn a little more about her through a video.
A highly experienced medical leader, Dr. Dana Stern is one of the only board-certified dermatologists who devotes her entire practice to the diagnosis, treatment, and surgery of the nail. Dr. Dana has served as chief resident in dermatology at Mount Sinai in New York City and has had her research published in the Journal of American Academy of Dermatology. With her expertise in practice and research, she has garnered praise for being one of the most trusted and respected nail specialists in the world. Dr. Dana's work and expertise have been featured in Elle, Marie Claire, Time, People, and CBS, among many others. Vogue magazine calls her the go-to dermatologist for nail disorders and cosmetic conditions. From celebrities to luminaries, patients from all over the world come to see Dr. Dana at her practices on Fifth Avenue in New York City and the Hamptons. Her commitment and passion for treating nails inspired her to create her own nail care system. The Dr. Dana brand is the first and only dermatologist-developed nail care line. Using high-quality ingredients and innovative science, she is revolutionizing the way we care for our nails with her effective 3-step system, now available exclusively through Nu Skin. We're pleased to introduce Dr. Dana.
way from New York City, the world's expert at nails, Dr. Dana Stern. Can you believe she's here with us? This is so exciting. I just can't believe that today, part of our new skin family is Dr. Dana Stern, the world's expert in nails.
I am just thrilled to be here. The energy in this room, I've met so many of you already. Come by and meet me at the meet and greet. We can chat. I'm happy to answer any questions. You guys are amazing, and this is just unbelievable. Thank you for having me.
So, Dr. Stern, we just listened to why you created your nail renewal system. Tell us a little bit about who this system is for.
So the system is for so many groups of people. It's really incredible. The first big category are women who are suffering with brittle nails. These are your ridging, discoloration, peeling, weak, slow-growing nails. And let me tell you something. These women have never before had a solution for this issue until now with the nail renewal system, so they are going to love it. But it doesn't stop there. The next big category are our over-processed nails. Now, I know so many of you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're talking gels, acrylics. Women are loving these cosmetic applications, but unfortunately they're experiencing a lot of damage. And so it's so key that they care for that underlying canvas. Just like we care for our skin, we need to care for the nails so that we can continue to enjoy all of those beautiful salon beautifications that so many women are enjoying. Category 3, polish lovers. I know I fall into that category. And you know what? People love polish for their fingernails, their toenails. When you use the system, what you're going to find is the polish is going to go on smoother and it's going to chip less because you're caring for that underlying canvas. It's truly amazing. Fourth category, busy women. These are, I'm sure so many of you relate to this category. I know I do. I'm a busy working mom. I have 3 kids. I am an active dermatologist. I don't always have time to do my nails, to wait for the polish to dry, but I want my nails to appear healthy, lustrous, and put together. And it only takes 10 minutes. I'm going to show you this in a minute. The last category, we don't want to forget, men are loving this product. So many men, whether you're in the business world, your hands are front and center in all that you do. We're all holding our handheld devices, and so the focus is on the nails. A lot of men don't necessarily want to go to a salon. This is something you can do in the privacy of your home or office. It only takes 10 minutes and the results are immediate. And let's not forget, the system is not only for fingernails, we can use it on toenails too. Many women, I'm sure so many of us are guilty of this, keep our toenail polish on for too long, we take it off and we see these white patches, they're called keratin granulations. The system is incredible for that. It brings the toenails right back to shape. Fantastic. So it's just great.
So what I heard you say then is anyone could use this system.
That's right, Melanie. It really covers so many large categories of people.
Fantastic. And what that means for you and your businesses, you can approach anybody because just about everybody could use it and need it.
That's right.
So let's do this. Why don't we walk over here to the table and you can walk us through the 3-step system.
Sure, I'd love to. So this is the nail renewal system. It's super easy. You're only going to need to use it once a week. You're going to be able to treat 10 nails, fingernails or toenails in just 10 minutes. and the results are immediate, which is incredible for social sharing and selling. Step 1 and step 2. These are what I call our essential exfoliation steps. Now, what does that mean? What we're doing here is removing the superficial damage on the nail. So just like you would use glycolic acid on your skin to remove those dead skin cells before you would treat with your facial serum, you're doing the same thing here. This is the first nail treatment product and only one on the entire market that incorporates glycolic acid, and Nu Skin is the only place to get it. So what we're doing here, incredible, is we're removing that damage so that we can then effectively treat with our treatment step, okay? So it makes complete sense, yet this has never before been applied to the nail. Step 2, this is our priming wand. Now, many of you have come over to my booth here and said, wait a minute, Dr. Dana, I have a buffer that looks just like that. Why is this so unique? It turns out that most buffers, I studied this extensively, are actually created for acrylic nails, and so the levels of abrasiveness are very damaging to the natural nail. We call this the perfect grip priming wand because it's literally the perfect grip to remove that damage so that we can effectively treat. And if you don't have damage, it's going to leave the nails looking healthy and lustrous and shiny. This is the look that is going down the runways. We just had Fashion Week in New York, and it is just a super easy system. It takes 10 minutes, and you only need to use it once a week.
Fantastic. So let's do this. Why don't we walk through? Why don't you tell us about these before and after pictures?
Sure. So this is a great one. We see in the before here, this is a 75-year-old woman, and you can see the nail has extensive ridging, discoloration. There's some yellowing at the tip. The surrounding cuticle is dry and dehydrated. But look at this after. I want you to really look at this nail. This is after one treatment. This is an immediate result. The nail is perfection. It's healthy. It's lustrous. It's shiny. It is perfection.
It looks like you've been treating it for about 2 or 3 weeks. Definitely not just one treatment.
That's right, Melanie. You will never see results like this with other nail treatments. Now, this is a great one. This is a 47-year-old woman. She just took off her gels. Now, so many women are enjoying gels. In fact, 85% of U.S. salons offer these services. But you look down, and what so many women are stuck in this camouflage cycle where they don't know what to do, so they immediately cover those nails back up. What you need to do is treat. And look at this after. This is, again, an immediate result. The nails look like they were treated with a clear coat of polish. But this is not a polish. It never has to be removed. It's never going to chip. It's all natural. The ingredients are incredible. I'm a dermatologist, and so for me, using the highest quality ingredients is a huge priority. We're talking essential oils. The treatment step has our proprietary complex, phytocrystal complex. You're never going to find a system like this anywhere else, except at Nu Skin.
That's fantastic. So, another thing that's pretty exciting is we want to welcome our friend Linda up on the stage. Let's go over and meet Linda over here. Linda has already treated one of her hands with the nail renewal system. So Linda, why don't you show us your 2 hands, and it should be pretty obvious very quickly which one she has treated.
Yeah.
So let's get a close-up of her nails so we can see the difference.
Get in real tight on that. Yeah, so I don't even have to tell you, Linda's treated side, I mean,